Okay, we say good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The day has finally arrived, and we are here at the Gabriel Tucker Bridge, to be exact, where we are. We see this ambulance is passing by us. Like we told you yesterday, now traffic has been sealed off from Bytown all the way Johnson Street, because we expect dignitaries, diplomats, foreign guests, and everybody to be walking from that direction as we were told. But let me just show you and set the scene for you as to what you're seeing right here now. Take a look at some of the guests that are making their way into the facility. How are you guys? How's everything?
Everything is great.
Okay, where you guys from?
United States.
From the U.S.
Exactly.
Okay, and you're gracing the occasion. I see you're attired and all of that. What is this about?
Surveying.
Okay, so you see some of the brothers that are entering, and you see, let me just push this up here for you. It says, welcome to Liberia Bicentennial 2022, the land of return. Again, this is the entrance, an impeccable and flawless entrance, the pageantry, everything well choreographed here. You see the security. That's the ambassador of... Honorable Ambassador, how are you? Welcome. You're here. Okay, that's the U.S. ambassador who just came in, and you're seeing it is already getting fired up, most of the people. And it is not kind of rowdy up like you will see people are forcing their way in and out. No, that's not the case. I also see here with me is the Inspector General of the Ministry of Commerce, Josephine Davis. Madam Davis? How are you? Wave to our cameras. I see the erudite young man in the person of Ivan Wisa. Honorable Wisa is the Assistant Minister for Agriculture and Technical Service. But now, my team and I will walk you through we will walk from here all the way to Johnson Street and show you what is going to happen. See all our moms, they are fully attired. They are from the WIPNET group. That's a building rehabilitation. It says sustain the peace, peace building network. You see all of them on here on the bridge. When I turn on the side, you see some of our brothers who are also less fortunate, let's say at-risk youth that are all here flanked on the bridge as we take our time, because we have to, meander our way, through the entire group here. But to tell you, it is very, very quiet and cool. So we're walking up on there. The island, I'm just saving the best for the last. So those of you who will be worrying about, just in case someone got hurt whatsoever, we have ambulances, a lot of them all here willing to do the work. And if you look down, all the way down to Johnson Street, while we're walking, it is so organized to the point where people are not, bumping and pushing one another, Ibrahim.
Yes, it is very, very organized. The event is very, very organized. It shows that the leadership of this country, most especially the steering committee of this Bicentennial,
right,
they did all of their working.
Let me stop you here. We don't know what group is coming. We hear sirens, and they made it so beautiful and clear. So take a look at this particular team here. We don't know at the kind of speed that they're moving. We don't know at this particular level of speed that they are moving. I guess that might be Honorable McGill.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, because the car has MOS, that's the Ministry of State.
Right.
So from all indication, it might be him and his...
Okay, let's go see. I think it is Honorable McGill. Let's go run out there and see if we can pick him up. If it is not him, we're going to walk you back there. So let's go. We're running. Stay with us. Let's see if that's him. Then we can get a word from him. We can get a word from the minister if that's him here. So we made it on time, and let's see if indeed it is the Minister of State. We're waiting. Okay, okay, that's confirmation, right? Okay, so we were on the money. We were on the money. I know we met yesterday, so let's wait and get a word from the minister once he gets off. So he's attired all in white, wearing very dark sneakers right there. That's the brain behind this entire event. Minister McGill has taken this particular 200 years Bicentennial as his brainchild, and you see him attired there all in white with the blue and white straps that he's more using like a scarf as he disembarked from this beautiful V8 vehicle. We're waiting for the minister. The moment he gets out of his vehicle, we will see if we can get a word from which has happened. We see the U.S. ambassador just enter. We see diasporans, Liberians coming. A lot of diverse group entering. How did you manage to pull this off, sir?
This is a brainchild of the president. You know, we are all here to support the president's effort. You see, I'm dressed like
yeah, I see that.
I'm representing King Saboso. King Saboso.
Okay.
You know, I'm from the King Saboso descent. I'm a descendant of King Saboso tribe. So I'm here today to celebrate, you know, free slave came to the independence. We are the indigenous people. We are representing our people along with the settlers. So this is a brainchild president, so we are happy to be here today.
Thank you, sir. We don't want to take up your time. We're going to talk to you. Welcome to the island. You see,
I'm walking with the granddaughter of Bob Gray, King Bob Gray.
Oh, King Bob Gray. So that's grandmaster. Okay. Nimueo. Okay, sound. So you see the minister there. Ibrahim, where are you? We managed to get the Minister of State. We see other diplomats are now coming in. And what do you make of what he said? He was very proud of his costume and what he was doing. And he was also proud to present his wife, who is from Grandbassa, and he jokingly referred to her as Bob Gray's granddaughter.
Okay, this is what all this is about. It is very, very important because remember, this is our culture, this is our heritage, and this is our history. So we have to take ownership of whatsoever happened here and bring it to the attention of other nations in Africa and the world at large. Because this land is the land of return.
We see our guys are already in drums. They're taking their drums and headed to that direction, all to the island. But Ibrahim, it is now a little past 11. I know the program is expected to start by 12, but it is already crowded there.
Much is expected today, so people are gearing up to make sure that they be in attendance before the arrival of the president.
Okay.
Because mind you, the protocol is very, very tight. The protocol is very, very tight, and you need to be in position before the arrival of the president. Because it was very, very crystal clear that when the president enters, nobody going to enter.
Okay. Well, let's talk to this team. Let's talk to Kabade and everybody. If you heard about the great Malawala, Chief, welcome home to your own land. I remember as a kid, we used to come and watch you here, Flomo, the rest of all the other team.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be part of this program. The kickoff of the Bicentennial celebration, Liberia 200 years of existence, and we are happy to be part of this.
What are you carrying there? I see you carrying...
this is a winner for one of the artists performed with it. And I think you will see it on the island.
Okay, let me not take up your time. I see Tony Kabade, a veteran engineer when it comes to Liberian music and so forth. The rest of the guys out here, you enjoy and have fun. So we're headed now deep back out there. You see the kids are selling flags, and it is almost like Christmas all over again, Ibrahim.
Actually, this is very, very organized, and it is an occasion that is meant to be celebrated by Liberia for the whole year. So this is just a kick-off. There are so many events, like the planners of the Bicentennial said. There are so many events for the entire year that will be commemorated by Liberians. So we are prepared. All of the citizens are prepared in celebrating this Bicentennial. because it is a once in a lifetime. This is a once in a lifetime event.
Guess what? Guess who we're seeing right here? That's Simon Wiffer. You know Wiffer?
Yeah.
Okay. Favor's adopted son. How are you, Simon?
I'm okay, sir.
You okay?
Yeah.
And you're headed to the Bicentennial celebration? Should we expect to hear that golden voice today? Huh?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So you see Weaver there going, I guess that's his mom, that's Flavor's son, and he's also coming at the event, and it is not easy. The celebration has already started. Ibrahim, I saw that kid right now. It is not easy. Let's talk to, how are you? Come out here. Let's talk to you. Your name? Ladies Kick. Talk about yourself. I mean, I like what you're wearing.
Oh yeah, I'm a musician. I'm a rapper.
Well, okay, can you do some little freestyle for us before you go, please? We got hundreds, if not 1,000, watching you. We want to hear something from you.
I'd appreciate the love, baby. When we make it love in our garden, I never want to see you leaving because you're my African baby. I want to take you to the African sighting, not on the beach, but in the bush, not in the hotel, but in the forest. We ain't eating hamburger, we eating cassava. We ain't jumping in the pool, we jumping in the rivers. But we see wonderful creatures. I cannot have fun.
I like you. Okay, thank you. So you see her, take a look at what she's wearing right there. You see her, you're gonna know she's dressed more like a dyke, and you see everybody. I see what this banner, that's a MCC. It says loyalty and patriotism. That is the Monrovia Consolidated School System. We have a lot of students out here. Anyone of you want to talk about Liberian history? Okay, what you know about your country? What you know about Liberia? What grade you in?
10th grade.
10th grade?
Yeah.
What you know about Liberia?
Liberia is a great nation.
That's all you would tell? If I was a foreigner here, that's all you tell me about your country? Who do we go to? Okay, let's talk to. Your name?
Yeah, thanks. I'm Boyman J. Pastor, raised to the Tech Power from the Wayne via Statman High School.
Good job. Thanks and welcome to LINA Panorama. What grade you're in?
I'm a still student, 12th grade.
12th grade. What do you know about your country?
First let me start with the issue of the program that we can't about.
What do you know about your country?
What I know about my country is the issue of the Prophet Island when the settlers arrived on the island where they were maltreated. But the issue of mosquito and other things that were there.
Mosquito maltreated them?
Yeah, they were maltreated by the environment.
Okay.
By the environment. And secondly, again, many of them died because the environment was...
Give me a number. How many of them arrived?
Roughly, there were about 10 in numbers or plus.
Okay.
That died on the Prophet Island.
Okay.
And actually, we want to be grateful to the president for bringing us together in commemoration of our fallen heroes on this island. And we are very grateful for students to come here and remember, because these days we observe that citizens have been eradicated from school. So if you can
that's an important point.
If you can get such gathering today, it can beat our imagination.
You think the Liberian education system should bring civics back?
Yes. Service is important and cardinal, and we need to be total about service in our school, because many of us don't know our Liberian history. Many of us, we are all averse to the Constitution. So if you get service in school, teach, you will see a lot of students on those things, their functions as citizens within our country.
Thank you so much. Let's go to you. Your name and man. Okay, so you're a shy guy. Let's go to you.
Yes, my name is Sharif. From the 10 to.
Sharif.
Yeah.
I know you're a tall guy, so I'm like a little put under you, a very giant guy. But Sharif, let me ask you, what do you know about your country?
What I know about my country is when the free slaves came back to Africa, when they ruled the laissez ship to come back to Africa, they went on Shepherd's Island. Based on the mosquito ants, that's why they brought them to Prophet Island for peace resting.
Let me ask you a funny question.
Yeah.
The ship Elizabeth.
Yeah.
You know the name of the carpenter that built it?
I can't really say no.
Huh? Was he fireman or crewman?
Fireman built it. 100 years of firemen.
The firemen, the ship that brought the settlers here, it was
Back
built
to
by
Africa.
firemen.
Yes.
Okay. So you heard that. Let's go to this next guy. This guy said the ship that brought the settlers here was built by firemen. You what tribe?
I'm very impressed.
So you guys built that ship?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Anyway, thank you. But what do you know about your history?
Okay, when you say what do I know about my history, I don't think you are specifically telling me to go back to the history.
What anything that you know?
Okay,
You're
I
right.
know Liberia to be one of the
If you want to know the Chancellor side or the Ellen side, the Weir
I know
side.
Liberia to be.
Okay.
I know Liberia to be one of the world poorest countries that practicalize corruption immediately. I do know that Liberia is suffering from tons of stuff that we all young people need to fight for.
That's your history?
No, I tell them what do I know Liberia to be? And
yeah, from Liberian history.
Okay.
I was very straight.
I know that we had dictatorial government in leadership, dictatorial government, the government. That's one of the things I know about. And I know that corruption has been widely practicalized in our country, and I think we young people should fight for teaching the narrative of that.
How old are you?
I'm 19 years old.
19?
Yeah.
What grade you in? 11? Do you pay your school fees?
No, my dad does that.
Your dad?
Yeah.
What school you in?
William V.S. Topman High School.
Do they public school pay school fees?
In years, the government did that for us, but now we pay our own school fees.
So you're saying now all government schools, they pay school fees?
Exactly. You can ask my colleagues who have it.
You guys pay school fees?
Yes.
You pay school fees?
Yes.
Does government pay anything?
No.
Huh?
No.
Huh?
No.
Okay. Are there other counties that government pays fees?
Initially and significantly, the government mostly paid WIAC fee for people.
WIAC? You think they should do that?
Yeah, it's necessary. It is
Why?
their obligation as a government. They always used to be doing that. It's their obligation.
It is the obligation of the government.
Yeah.
So you think we should practice socialism?
Sure.
You're a socialist?
Yes, sir.
You believe that everything government must take care of the people?
Yeah.
Okay, I see your views. Okay, I mean, and you're entitled to your views. Okay, good luck. Besides that, apart from the other side that you spoke up politically, what do you know historically about your country?
Historically, I know that Liberia was founded in 1822 and then got independent or recognized by other countries of the world in 1847. And I do know that we had people from the U.S., the Americas, coming down to Liberia to have their own set of territory in Liberia. And I understand that by the history, Liberians struggle for power. If you have read the Joseph C. Guanon history, 1847 history,
right?
He did tell us that the cause of the Civil War, it was principally about the struggle for power. Where you have tons of young people like Gabriel Bacchus Mafia, after he had gotten educated, took about 90% coming back to retaliate against the government after they had gotten their education.
So they got their education at the government's expense,
sure.
And then they came back to retaliate.
Yeah.
How you use the word retaliate? Somebody must have
somebody to literally or to react to something.
I thought somebody must have done something to then that will cause you to pay your debt in simple English.
Or that means they were ungrateful. After Toba sent them to the US and to acquire education, after they had gotten the education, they came back and then did something contrary to what the government anticipated them doing.
So you're suggesting that Toba hurt them by paying their school fees? Hurt.
Yeah.
Because they came back to retaliate now.
Figuratively, hurt them. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, thank you, young man, and God bless you. Okay. We're gonna go. Can we include some females? Your name, ma'am? Yeah, I don't want somebody to say, "Oh, he papa the woman." Okay, at least you show that you're shy. You won't talk to me, right? What's your name?
Princess.
Sister Princess. What grade you in?
I'm in the 12th.
12. You know anything about your country?
Yeah, but very shy now. Maybe another time.
Okay. I used to be shy too, like you. Let's come to you. I know you're not shy. Don't let her shyness radiate on you, right? Eh? Oh, see, you see, all of you running from me. You know, that's not cool. Okay, so we're gonna be walking, Ibrahim. What you make of that kid? What he was saying? He was going more from a political anger versus the question I asked him, and as I don't want to say a good journalist or whatsoever would do, you do not try to cook answers, you know, for. But I think he's lost the narrative at some point, especially with regards to what this event is all about.
Yeah, actually, what that kid was trying to do is what he has been taught. Because, mind you, there are some teachers who don't act like professionals when they go to the classroom. Instead of them giving the actual narrative, the actual story of the country, they try to politicize it and present their side as a politician. That's what some of them does. But it is very, very important, like the other students said, it is very, very important to reintroduce the issue about civics, because civics teaches us about citizenship.
Let's come back to our dear sis here. How are you? You all right? You look so beautiful and quiet. What's your name?
My name is Anne.
Anne?
Anne Nemeka.
Okay, what grade you in?
I'm in 6th grade.
6th grade? What do you know about Liberia? Say the national anthem for me. And let me check my pocket. My man, please look at my mom. Everybody that passed, you take 100 from there for my money, please. Okay? Yeah, so.
You tell me pass.
Yeah, anybody. So let's go. Everybody for the national anthem gets 100 all the way there. Let's go. Okay. Yeah. Okay, give it to her. Give it to her. She gets hers. Let's come to you. Your name?
My name is Loris.
Okay. Okay. The pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic of which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good job. She got it. The pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic of which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. The pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic of which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic of which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic of which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, let's go to you, the national anthem.
Hill, Liberia, hill, yes, go, limb of liberty, shall be you holy, be holy, and mighty, so you holy, be holy, and mighty.
What did they say we might enjoy in the padder?
Enjoy.
What they say we might enjoy? Our rest or what? We might enjoy life. Okay, he gets 200. He said we enjoy life. Okay, so we're gonna come, my man. How many counted?
50 countries.
You sure?
Yes.
Name 5 capital cities for me.
Name 5 capital cities. Greenville.
Okay.
And Castle.
Yeah, Greenville. You already know, my man. Hurrah.
Greenville.
Bomi, you fail. Bomi na Kante. Yeah, Bomi na Kante. The capital city for Bomi na what? Okay, so Tama breath. Tama give breath. Okay, and say so for me. Oh, she missed it. Hey, who ya? Okay, that's a song.
SSO, Chiogo, Eolo, Emo,
Oh, she missed it. She missed it. She missed it. She missed it. I think we just give it to her. Oh, she's scared. So give her 100. Give her 100. Let's go to you. 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2.
2 plus 2. 4.
Minus 2.
2.
Plus 1.
3.
Minus 1.
2.
Okay. All right. So, but anyway, take care of her. So you saw us interacting there. That is Johnson Street. We're now more. So we got to hold on to see.
President enter on behalf of
so you can just go 10. Okay, so I wanted to. So we just got the word. We were interacting. We were interacting with our dear students out there, and they've been doing, having some fun with them. Okay, all right. Okay, so you see, take a look at all the students. Most of them are sitting down. I remember as a kid also during the Tarver and Tubman administration, they will bring us outside and we will flank these rows, to greet our leaders. And we're walking up there now to show you at the corner of Broad and Johnson Streets before we can walk back to where we came from. And Ibrahim, it is a really sad thing, especially you hear that student who were asking that they reintroduce service back into the high school because they're craving for the historicity or the history of Liberia.
Yeah, it is very, very important for the issue about service to be reintroduced. I do know that there are a few private schools that still teach service, but the issue about on a holistic basis, it is not there.
Okay.
Because the issue about service, it teaches the citizens about their role and their responsibility in society. So if you have that broad knowledge about your role and responsibility in society, you will know how you're supposed to conduct yourself in the society. Because nowadays
you see some of the ministers that have started already, to head. Okay, they are headed in that direction. Okay, that's the bus for NoCal and the Minister of Gender right here. You say hi to all our people watching. I like that beating on your head and the Gamma C. Okay. What we say? Happy January 6th. So you see, that's the Minister of Gender and that of the head of NoCal.
Yeah,
So you see,
I was saying initially.
Ibrahim.
Now,
no, come this way. Turn around.
Okay.
Right.
Like I was saying from the initial stage, it is very, very important for the issue about service to be reintroduced in our educational system because it teaches the citizens about citizenship and also about their role and responsibility in society. Nowadays, we tend to cast everything on the government as a responsibility of the government. Let's take for the instance about cleanliness. Most of the citizens, they take their dirt from their homes and bring it in the street, expecting the government to clean it, which is not very, very okay. So you need to know your responsibility as a citizen. That is, you're supposed to take certain initiatives in society so that it will contribute to the growth and development of your country. So I do agree with that student who crave for the reintroduction of service within the Liberia school system.
And I think I'm hearing that apparently all the lawmakers, including the President of the Republic of Liberia, they will all come at this particular point here, and then they're all going to walk toward the island as a sign of unity. If that's going to happen, we're going to be so elated and content that this day has finally come. The only time I've seen Monrovia lit up like this with this kind of crowd, and when I pan my camera, is when we lost Mona Pelham, Youngblood. I mean, these numbers, everywhere we went, they were swelling. And if that should happen, I think it would be a good thing, your thought.
It will be very, very important that those leaders, that our leaders show this type of unity, because it is very, very important. Because the Bicentennial is all about sharing our history, telling the world who actually Liberia is. It's actually the land of return. Because you can still remember in 1822 when the first group of settlers came to the
Okay, we have the Noka bus. Good morning. Say hi to our camera. Okay, the Nafa bus. Welcome to the pavilion. Let's say the Providence Island. And I know you'll be giving out some engines soon, right? Okay, we will be there. But good luck. Okay, so that's the National Fishery bus there, and we had to stop her and wave to her with our camera. Let's see who's in that. Okay, those are diplomats going. Yeah, go ahead, Ibrahim.
Yeah, like I was saying, the settlers came, and there were the landed, having been to Sherbrooke Island, Governor Charles McCarthy, who was the governor at that time. Sherbrooke Island being or British territory. Because of political reasons, they denied them access. They denied them to stay there. So they turned their ship around. They started to sail in present-day Liberia. And when they arrived here, the first place they landed in 1822 was the Providence Island. We can still remember they were 86 in number on the ship Elizabeth, which is now known as the Mayflower in Liberian history. So it is very, very important for the issue about tourism to be flagged in Liberia, that will subsequently contribute to the growth and development of this nation. And this is the footing that the country is actually on. Celebrating the Bicentennial is a welcoming issue, because we tell the Committee of Nations the role Liberia play in the Pan-Africanism in Africa, where it helped most of the country to get their independence. Because remember, Liberia was the first country in Africa to gain her independence in 1847.
And let me ask you, now that we have this backdrop, why is it so tough on us explaining this history and selling it to the rest of the world? Because if we are at the pinnacle or at the height of all of this, why is Ghana, Guinea, if not the Ivory Coast and all of these other countries who were following after us getting this credit and not us? If you go on the internet, you see all our talk show hosts and even all of that, they're bashing Liberia to the point, even because they don't like certain people, you just hear every bad thing about Liberia. Liberia is bad, Liberia is bad, Liberia is bad, and all of that. Why do we struggle to sell this message positively?
It is just about the issue about the political affiliation of individuals within the country. But this is why you see the government of the day is now calling for people from all walks of life, regardless of your political affiliation, to come in unison so that we can share the rich history of our country, taking into consideration the role that Liberia play in helping other African nations to get their independence. Because our also historically that other leaders like the Thomas Sankara, like the guy from Ghana, every one of them, they came right to Liberia. They got some sort of education in order to liberate their people out of this quote-unquote colonialism. So it is very, very important for us to share and share this rich history that our generation to come will know. And
so that we must strike here is the present. And you see, most of these events, these students by now, they've already gone home. You see like what's happening on the island. And guys, I just want you to stick with us and stick to that dial. When we get on the island, what you will see on that island will shock you. I mean, the diversity. You have all kinds, almost every 99.999% of all the types of Liberians that you can dream of, we have them now on that island.
Exactly. It is breathtaking actually. From the view there, we have so many sectors that portray the diversity of the country Liberia. So it is very, very important that you stick and stay with this broadcast as we give it a broad eye view happening on the President Island right there.
Okay, so let's go now as we walk, and we're walking back on the island. You want something? You got to answer my question. Anyone? Okay, let's start with you. Get up. You ready? How many women made the Liberian flag? Oh, you spying? I'll pass by you. I'm a pass. Let's come to you. How many women made the Liberian flag, that sold the Liberian flag, and they were from which county?
11 women made the Liberian flag.
11 women? You sure?
How many men signed it?
11 women? Get up, man. 11. Y'all say I want soft drink. I said, okay. Answer my simple question. Eh? But we'll still ask you. What grade you in? 7? How old are you? 15. Okay, so 15, 7. Okay, name the first five Liberian presidents. Okay. Okay. Who? Daniel. B. Wonder. Two more for your soft drink. Eh? Why you giving her 4 name? Who said Samuel Doe? Eh? I said the first five. Look at all of them. He said Charles Taylor. Charles Taylor in the first five president. Eh? Be liar. Start over. Say what? Say a brief good. Yeah, you have. Okay, cool down small. Yeah, wait, my man. Let them cool down. Cool down. Let me fan you. Let me fan you. Wait. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. You gotta eat it too, boy. That whole 200. When you ready, just put your hand up. You ready? Okay, name it.
Joseph Jiggy Rabba. Stephen Ebensi. Tanya
Okay.
Anthony Jero.
Eh?
Edward Jero.
Okay, give it to her. Give her 2 bucks. Look at that. Look at that. So
I love this exercise.
Oh Lord. You know, this reminds me of the county tour, and let's see, let's look down there, where his name come out. Let's ask here. Do they have, let's go. Where, no. Where the girl? Call her. Come here. Yeah, the one about her soft drink. Hello, come here. Y'all got soft drink? Yeah, one by soft drink. Get her one soft drink. Who's selling the soft drink? Okay, yeah, the guys here. Open the Sergeant Hammer. Hammer, Sergeant. Okay, where is she? Yeah, now. So get her on one shoulder. My man, let's go now. Ibrahim, you got to ask for the water. Buy all the water for them, and buy one soft drink. So, so they're fighting over the water. We just got some water and soda for them, and we're waiting for Ibrahim to come out here and join us. Okay, thank you so much. You hear him there. Everyone expresses his or her views, and we. This guy, you can dance, culture? That's not true. Can't dance for me. But Peter, join your mother, more dance now. Ibrahim, see, Ibrahim, you ready? Okay, so we're. Let me pause you, ma. Nakana. What you say? What you say?
Yeah. I was for the president.
Yeah, but still not done now.
I was for the president. I can't stop your car. So 2 hours interview.
Why? Oh, you guys are so beautiful. Okay, I'll let the president know, so he will stop his car. Yeah, hello. So you see, so we're headed now up there. We know that in a moment from now, we should expect this event to commence. We were told that it will commence at 12 midday, and we're waiting to know when the president will be coming in along with the rest of the other guys on the team. But again, we're celebrating. You see on that side, that's the central bank, and it's holiday here in Liberia, Ibrahim.
It is very, very important because today has been earmarked as the kickoff of the Bicentennial. Because taking into consideration all of the events, this is why you see Liberians from all walks of life are here, because you can see the students, you can see marketers standing on the side.
And another thing, I think the people who are with protocol should come out here with water, and it's not going to cost nothing to hand out, cold drinks for these young, beautiful.
I think subsequently they're going to do that, because I overheard someone from the protocol saying they're going to be served food. They're going to be served. I overheard saying that it's just a matter of time. That will be taken care of subsequently.
Okay, and we're walking back down, and we will go into the facility and walk you as on the island and show you what you should expect. For now, we're on we're almost to Girotaka Bridge. I remember as a kid coming out here, once you made it this far, that means you saw Monrovia. And so we're headed now deep into that particular vicinity and see as to what's actually unfolding there. And it is important to know. Okay, we see Mr. Gilman also. Mr. Gilman, how are you, sir?
I'm great, and I'm coming to join you.
Oh, okay. All right, so Mr. Gilman from CLN is here, and he's Jita hard. He's disembarking from his vehicle already. You see, this guy's a big guy here in this country. I mean, you've been chauffeured to the event, Mr. Gilman.
It's good to be back home, to be part of the Bicentennial celebration. And we from the the media arm from the diaspora on the committee, and we are only here to perform our duties.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, welcome to your own country and enjoy your country.
Absolutely.
Okay. And so we're headed. That's Mr. Gilman there from GHT and the Concerned Liberian Network. We coincidentally managed to bump into him, and as we are now here walking, we're now at the mouth of the Gabriel Tucker Bridge, making our way deep into the island vicinity. And you see, I like the way it is done because everything's kind of sealed off, and so there is no traffic whatsoever. You can come out here, cars are parked out down there, and you can just come and then enjoy yourself today and make merry. You see, we talk to all sort of people here. We talk to all sort of folks here on the island, and we are now going deep into the island itself, and it is our hope that we get to, you know, see some of the officials out there, because I know they've already seated, and according to protocol, we know that by midday this event will be starting. So you see some folks that are coming. You see members of the diplomatic corps already, and you have the Minister Proper of Health, Ibrahim, was something that I noticed. Herself was you know giving out masks to people and sanitizing their hands.
Yeah. I think it is very, very important because she is here to remind us that COVID is still around.
Yeah.
No matter the bicentennial celebration, because you need to be in good health before you commemorate the bicentennial.
Right.
So that is why exactly she is here to conscientize Liberians to follow all of the precautionary measures so that we can stay healthy.
Yeah,
so that we can stay healthy in order to commemorate the occasion.
I see Honorable Uri's car, Uri 1, right there. Let's go. I don't know if that is Benana Uri in that car, but it says Uri 1, and let's make our way out there to see. That's Madame Bra. We see Mary Bra. Madame Bra, watch out. Okay, so that's Madame Bra. We saw the Euro vehicle headed in that direction. So we're waiting to see. Okay, that's the Guinean. Okay, so
dignitaries are arriving.
So I think that's the Guinean ambassador here coming in. Bonjour, Son Excellence. Bienvenue au Île Providence. Okay, the ambassador getting his tag there, and we're welcoming him to the island. Okay, so you see his door is shut right there, and he's entering into the island. Watch out. Look at some of the guests. You see, this is almost like the island all over again. See some of the guests that are coming, and we see all the vehicles are scrambling, and people are now all here scrambling, waiting. Take a look at all the guests. That's the entrance, and you see their stay. If I take you with a sneak peek deep down into the island, look down here, see what's unfolding. We have that gotten down deep out here. We're waiting. The moment the president arrives and he's walking deep in there, then we ourselves will be headed to the event. But in the interim, we're out here waiting as most of these guests are coming in. We see members of the Senate. This is a Senate vehicle. Let me stay with them. Just wait. You see, that's Abdul. Abdul, everything is getting in place. I just saw your bus minutes ago, and congratulations again for a flawless job, you and your team members.
It's so that we are not there yet until His Excellency can come and grace the occasion and perform the and do the honors. We are definitely very apprehensive at this point, but we look forward to what we think is an exciting event. You see the crowds, you see the people.
Okay, so we're now, the president's coming, so stay here. We're waiting. That is the vehicle for the president of the republic. We don't know which car is coming out there, but we're waiting to see which kind of vehicle is coming out here. That's the members of that is members of the Supreme Court. That's them coming out here, not the president, as we were told. I think that's the Chief Justice, and a host of other folks that we expect. I see what is named the Deputy Chief for Protocol, who is coordinating all of these affairs. And I like the way the cars will then stop. Yeah, I told you that's the Chief Justice himself. Disembarking from his vehicle right there, being met by the Deputy Chief of Protocol as he moves into, and everybody's respecting the protocol of the masks and so forth, and you name it. And you see how you have some folks from the disabled community. They are making their way also into the facility, and all of these members of the Senate. It is very beautiful out here. So once, and I like what happens the moment the VIP gets off the car, and then you know, the EPS is doing a very brilliant work here, and I like this, the setup and everything. I see the flag of Lebanon here. I expect the ambassador from Lebanon in this car right here, and there's another CD car also coming. But let me stick the camera on this Lebanese ambassador. Habibi Halam wa Salam. So we're welcoming him. So, okay, thank you so much. Okay, that's the ambassador for Lebanon right there, being pinned, and he's making his way. You see some of the dignitaries out here getting from the vehicles and then presenting their invitations, and then they are headed deep into that. They've been pinned. Everything is kind of well organized out here. And take a look at some of the work that the guys from the Executive Protective Service are doing here. They are ready, along with the Liberian National Police. You have also the MCC Police. You have immigration, a joint security network here working, and it is so beautiful. You don't have that rowdiness, that kind of crowd, this organized stuff. Everybody's working together. You have protocol as well. The gates are not jam-packed. Everyone's making their way down these stairs that you know, go in circle up to the point where you see. Take a look at the red carpet. This is almost like you're at the Buckingham Palace. You see the entire corridor as you get down. It's been rolled by a red carpet. You see right there, taking you to the main hall. I was told that the ambassador, we see an array of vehicles here coming again with the siren. We don't know who is that coming, but we're going to stick our camera to this particular vehicle and wait as they make their way into the facility. I see this says number 6. We don't know who is in this particular vehicle. Might be the speaker. I think it might be the speaker. of the house, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, you can see. Yeah, I just told you I'm on the money. That's Dr. Buffalo's chamber. Honorable, how are you? He just gave me that face bump there. A man who always a friend of the press, and every time he meets everyone, and he's there, you know, hugging along with Gilman. Right there, and you see the speaker just disembarked from his vehicle and the rest of his team. Okay, that's Honorable Jones right there. Everyone getting down from the car. And the good news is the moment they disembark from these vehicles, no matter your status, the drivers, they all will then, the EPS will then direct them to drive on the way there. And it's not like, okay, you're going to stand and all of that. It is well organized. This is one of the most organized events I've ever seen when it comes to parking, directing the guests, coordination, the level of camaraderie. You see the discussion between all the security apparatus and the way they coordinate. Even if you get on the bridge and they walk you, you're beautifully dressed. If you never even had an invitation, they usher you in and respectfully, you know, tell you, get on your max and all of that. You don't hear none of the crowdy style where you see people are shouting, and celebration have already taken over. We see Lone Star banner all over MTM. I guess they are one of the proud sponsors of this event. There's a a mammoth gigantic billboard with the picture of a portrait of the President of the Republic of Liberia. We're gonna go and show you that one. I know there's another drip one, but take a look at here at what this says right here. Let me put that up for you. It says, "Welcome to Providence Island, Liberia National Historic Site, Republic of Liberia Ministry of Information." Stay with us, and you see everybody here is coming and getting up, and you see you have folks are sharing marks. You see the level of friendship between all the security. It is not like, oh no, dress back and do this and do that. You see people flying, proudly flying the Liberian, that guy there waving the flag of the Republic of Liberia, and we are waiting. More chairs being taken into the facility. You know, it's like Christmas all over, or it's like a rebirth moment all over as we await. So some of the biggest names you won, from the Chief Justice to the Speaker to the U.S. Ambassador, to all of these people have now started to fold the island. And I see one or two. He is the Deputy Police IG for operations. You know, I'm not going to let you go, DIG, right? Okay, DIGP. Okay, sir, I'm seeing this impeccable and flawless security setup, especially from Johnson Street and coming up Vital, the level of camaraderie between among everybody. How did you get it right?
You know, it's all about security coordination. Like I always tell my guys that Liberian Dance police cannot do everything all by themselves. We have to cooperate and collaborate with other security institutions. And we have done that. It is about teamwork. We are working together as a team.
You had operations during these vacation time. We just consider it December, to the point where they have crafted this World Decemberies and all of that. Celebrations came, they went with no incident. If there were any incident, maybe somebody got drunk and slipped and fell on the left tour, which was nothing. And I must commend you for that. You care to talk about that?
Well, you can't commend just me. You know what I mean? I would say a big thank you to the guardian men and women of the Joint Security that have worked together as a team.
Okay.
We are under obligation to protect life and property. So when we are given that instruction, we do the best of our ability. I think you saw what happened during the festive season. Everyone came, enjoyed themselves, and we see how people living free. And the thing is this. Look, everyone has shared responsibility in maintaining the peace and stability of this country. As long as we work together as Liberians, trust me, we will succeed. And just that. Even the issue of a security presence during the festive season, right?
Go ahead.
What we try to do, instead of having more armed presence within, you know what I mean, doing the different captains, right? We
we don't have patrol officers. The reason being is that we instructed those army in the community to make sure that those criminals do not have actually dismantled.
So you were more on community. Okay, we're gonna talk about that. But thanks for the Bicentennial, and it's always refreshing talking to you. That's Mr. Sakor there. He is the DIGP of the Liberian National Police, talking to the Liberian News Agency as to how they managed to pull this level of coordination amongst all of them and the rest of their team members. And we're up on here. He's working along with his folks, and you see even those guys who were complaining, they just say give the pathway, don't block the way. So you see what's happening. Let me show you what the police they're doing. They're telling them create space, because you see there are other folks who are coming so they can pass, and then you have those people who don't want, they will be behind there, which is nice. And I like the way behind how they pull the cement and the protection all the way, and you see, and it's no more, you see how the police is interacting with all of them, and you see the guys are out there, all of them. So we will be waiting now up here, you know, to wait for a few more arrivals, and once that happens, then we're gonna show you where the magic happens, because if we take the camera in there, especially those of you viewing, what you will see inside there, our tour has transformed that particular place into an oasis of hope, a kind of tropical setting where you hear birds chirping in the air. You hear the singing owls and all of those stuff crying. I see. I don't know this flag. It looks more like an Arabic or Algerian or whatsoever flag, but it's more kind of Arabic, because I see the crescent and the moon. We don't know which ambassador is that. We're just going to say, okay. And he's been tagged. We don't know which country is this, but it looks more out of
Libya.
Okay, that's the Libyan ambassador here entering. Okay, thank you so much. That's the Libyan ambassador you saw just got out. And as they come out, people get...
Vice Chairman for Administration, CDC.
Okay, that's CDC. Mr. Gabla just entering there into the facility, the VPA of the party. He has just entered. So more people are coming in. You just saw the Libyan ambassador. I mean, the diplomatic corps is fully represented here. We expect all of them here today will be a very marvelous and wonderful. But before the ambassador came, I was telling you of so how that particular place has been transformed by Julie Andy with a team, with a tropical team, and since she did that, I was told you will go up on the stage. It looks like a forest, and you will see all kinds of stuff on the wall. Okay, that person is. Okay, I think it is Honorable Koji. Talk to us before you go, sir. How are you?
Thank you so much.
I mean, this is the let's get it. You know, we cannot let you go, and you're a friend of the media. We see your footprints all over this.
I want to tell God, thank you firstly to make me to go and see the person of being in a Jeffrey. We have a time to have a conversation.
Okay, that's Honorable Koji there. He just left. We know that he just told us that the president is expected here in Jeffrey. And the moment we get to know that the president will come, we will then go along with the president making that circle. So you see Koji there, Honorable Koji just came in to the island, and he serves on one of those committees also that is part of this particular celebration. So please don't touch that dial, keep sharing the video, and the moment that happens, we'll know. Okay, so I see you cannot talk about the Bicentennial or entertainment in Liberia without talking to Double H. Kifak ya Habibi.
Happy New Year.
Okay, thank you so much, Double H. I see you're wearing your Liberian cap, your attire, and every other thing speaks for itself. Tell us what we expect today.
To be honest, what I saw from past 3-4 days, I saw greatness. I saw amazing work. You get me? And this is it's about Liberia.
I like that.
So nobody, your opposition, your position, you are against them. Come together. This is for Liberia.
Okay, so we're hearing the siren is coming. We don't know. We're waiting to see. Maybe this is we see. Okay, so watch that. Take a look at that vehicle that has just passed. Or we're getting word now that any moment from now, we'll expect right there. I think the president of the Republic of Liberia is always headed in this particular direction. So take a look. So you see, that's vehicle number 1 there already arrived, and the guys have disembarked, and it tells you, once you see escort 1, it tells you that the president of the Republic of Liberia is now within range. Okay, there the vehicles are coming. Take a look at them. I told you, any moment from now, the president was going to be here, and guess what? This is what's happening now. We want to give you a full view of what, let's say a panoramic view of what's unfolding here today in the Republic of Liberia. You saw us come from Johnson Street. We walk up out there, the Chief Justice, the U.S. Ambassador, Speaker, head of the Supreme Court, and all of these people, and finally here comes the big guy, the President of the Republic of Liberia. You see, these are the vehicles that will come first, and they will come. As this come, you see the guys will then disembark from the vehicle. Okay, when they disembark, then we will get to them shortly. So all the vehicles now are coming. Thank you. So you see the vehicles are all there. Watch that, and they're coming out. So there's another vehicle there, and they're coming in one by one. They're not the usual way. You see, the vehicles will come, like that. And we're seeing one of them out there backing up. We don't know if the president will walk from up there or here. If he's going to do that, then we will have no alternative to go up there and walk along with the president of the Republic of Liberia. So hey, yeah, Chief, I see the big boys. I see Al Jerome right there. Everyone's out there, and so stay with us. Okay. Yeah. Because they've been following the life. They've following the life. We're interacting with all the students. That's not like so we don't know whether the president will disembark because of those students. So we go slow because it's better, or else the cars will pass by us. Yeah. So what we're seeing, I think the president might be catching his stroll, and the euphoria. I told you, the euphoria. The president is walking. Yeah, he's walking. That's it. I see the president walking already. I see the president walking. Yeah. see. Yeah. Watch this. You can't. Look at that. Take a look at what's happening here, guys. This is power. You see the president there as he's walking, and he's been greeted by a lot of folks. Watch that. Watch that. Watch that. See, the president is walking. Just to tell you how famous this particular president is. And he's walking, waving to the students. And I see all the rest of the team. Now take a look at that. The water is already on fire. As the president is coming, he's walking. We are we won. We are one. Watch that. Wow. Wow, this is unbelievable. I just can't imagine. You see, take a look at what the president's wearing. A dark blue outfit, along with all of that. He's on his right by Minister Chokonkwi. And you see most of the folks out behind there at the blocker. There's a massive crowd behind. Take a look. Take a look at the lawn. Wow. Take a look at what's happening and what's unfolding. The president and now he's getting back into his vehicle, and we're headed now. Let's move it, guys. We see the president now getting back into his vehicle, and wow, that was a very, very surreal moment. And please bear with us, because I need to film you running, Mozart. Right. So we're waiting. We're waiting. We got to make it before, the president heads to this direction. Wow. Okay. And you see his vehicle is moving very, very quiet. Look at the crowd up on there. Take a look at the crowd. Wow. Take a look at the crowd. Mo. Wow. Okay. So take a look. You see how the vehicles are moving. That's the vehicle that the president is in. Take a look at that. And you see the level, the security details, and all of that. These guys, they're coming, Okay. So we stay right here. So wait.
No, man. You don't want part of that.
Just go in.
Please go in front.
Yeah. So we're waiting right here. I see. So stay with us. So as the president makes his way down here, thank you so much, Catherine, for saying thanks to us. Now the president disembarks from his vehicle, and you see the president's coming right now, so we have to head off as he comes. Okay. Here, you see the president there coming. Okay. You see the president there coming. He's got some sanitizer on his hand, something this president was always concerned about. So we're gonna take you on the full recording details as he makes his way here. We're gonna see, we're gonna wait. He's coming. We're staying. See the president there. I see Honorable Bill Tuawe. I see Bill Tuawe. And he will be greeted right here. I know he will be greeted right here. And take a look at these folks out here. Okay?
Nice blues, you know, decent wear, blue suit, I mean, with his blue, that's right, his blue, face mask, blue cap on his head, and he been welcomed by Chief Kawa, but there's no way that I can extend my microphone to actually pick up what the band said over there. Yeah, but I'm not far from him, I'm like just a yard away from him, you know, from where we are. Yeah. White suit, no, that the chiefs I'm seeing here, the traditional chiefs, they are all here read by the president and his security. Okay, he's going to take the Calabar, just placing his hand. All right, 3 times, placing his hand. That's what I'm looking at here. From what we see. He's here, okay. Let me see what I can extend my hand to listen to the comment. Okay. The president has just received the Calabar. All right. And he's turning it over to the president. Okay. All right. And he got something with the chiefs. All right, that's right. He returned it to the Calabar. Let's go.
the folks that are here. Take a look at what we expect as the president makes his way here.
Please clear it out. Please clear it out.
Plan the thing for you.
You taking photo? No, you gotta come here and please.
Why?
It's okay. It's good. Huh? Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
So take a look at what's happening here. You see how the hall is beautifully made. You see a lot of dignitary. That is the U.S. ambassador sitting next to the Chief Justice.
Please let us settle down now.
Now,
the press, please take your
keep moving, keep
position.
Keep moving. Keep seated.
No. You're breaking protocol. You're breaking protocol.
Hold on.
Sorry.
May everybody can stay here.
Yeah.
We have a section for everyone.
Control that too.
Small space, right?
Yeah.
Hey man. Protocol. Man, that Google shall mention, man. Okay. Good afternoon to all. My name is Legendary Julius Rennie. I am the Master of Ceremony here today. Liberia, the land of the third Bicentennial of 2022, under the national theme commemorating 200 years of freedom and Pan-African leadership. We need a big hand for God. 1822 to 2022. January 7, 2022. This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice in the gladness. Well, at this time, let me call on Archbishop Isaac Winker, the Archbishop of the Global Ministries. Archbishop Winker.
Yeah.
Is any representative of the Archbishop here? If not, then we call on our religious advisor to His Excellency to come up and give us the honors.
Yeah, we're not getting this thing to broadcast. No, this. Yeah.
Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we are grateful as a nation. This gathering is unto you to show our appreciation from 1822 to 2022. Lord, we commit our nation in your great hands. We thank you for everything that we have gone through as a nation, Lord, to where we are. We come to celebrate, we come to appreciate you, O God, for your mercy and your grace over our great nation. Thank you, Father. I commit this occasion in your able hands. As we go through, we ask for your blessings. We ask for your grace. We ask for your wisdom. Thank you, Father, for honoring my prayers. In Jesus' name I pray. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
When we look around here today, we can see the sun has done us great honors. Even though we are now officially in the sunny season, but we still have had over the last few days some semblance of rain. But this day, the sun will shine. Because from this day forward, Liberia will move ahead. Having said that, let me now welcome to the podium the man under whose gavel we are all assembled here today in the city of Monrovia. Very rich story. The Honorable Jefferson Tikoji, Lord Mayor of the city of Monrovia, for welcoming remarks.
Honorable Jefferson Tamakoji has been called on to execute the welcoming remarks commemorating this bicentennial here.
Excellency.
Increase the volume a little bit.
That's the mark. Okay, thank you. We've been told today is indeed the beginning of this historical republic. We have come to commemorate the historicity that's associated with this land. His Excellency Dr. George M. Tanawia, Madam Vice President Dr. Joel Howard Taylor, the Speaker Dr. Beaufort Chimas, members of the 54th Legislature, the Senate Pro Tempore, Honorable Howard Chie, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Legislator Julius Rennie, Minister of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, and Chairman of the Bicentennial Steering Committee, Co-Chairman and Honorable Minister, Foreign Affairs D. Matula, members of the Steering Committee, Civil Society Organization, and the Fourth Estate. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, exactly 200 years they settled us from the great United States of America and on the shores of the great land of liberty as a result of being repatriated from the United States of America. They have had the long history of turbulence, perseverance, and the profound journey to find a place for the settlement. Our traditional leaders, our religious leaders, our young people, our mothers, and our citizens at large, and the distinguished resident of the historic city of Monrovia. As such, the Provident Island, a historic island that has come to known as a gift of God, among all those challenges
that they face as settlers, from the Shabelle to joining along the Maserado River, we all have come to realize that their ultimate goal was to find a sanctuary. His Excellency Dr. George M. Weah, Vice President Chief Joel Howard, Honorable Chairman Ledger Rainey, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm extremely filled with excitement. Have the distinguished pleasure as the Mayor of Monrovia to officially welcome all Liberians from the diaspora and as well Liberians residing here to this official launch of the Bicentennial and foreigners residing in here. As we all fully condescend that this year marks the Bicentennial program, this utterly demonstrates how symbolic significance. An occasion that is principally geared towards reuniting Liberians from all across the globe, promoting cultural values, heritage, and reenacting the spirit of Pan-Africanism. For too long, our country has the conversation of unity, reconciliation, unification, but are yet to fully realize what it actually means to be united as Liberians. But I am quite convinced that with this government of His Excellency Dr. M. Weah, George Manuel Weah, who is an embodiment and a paradigm of reconciliation and unification, will have come into reality the true significance of peace and unity of this country. I cannot overly or easily emphasize that this Bicentennial will afford all Liberians home and abroad that the movement to reconcile their differences, promote national unity and peace. This is not just a singular event for us, but an event that will lead us to achieve the goal of unity and reconciliation. I am therefore truly pleased as the Mayor of Monrovia and as well as the co-chair of the steering committee to officially welcome all of you to the great city of Monrovia, a city that is named in honor of America's 5th President, James Monroe. This historical event, which marks 200 years of existence, it is a reminiscence of how far we come as a nation. With this event, Liberians can now chart a new path for national discourse and unity. A new beginning on reconciliation, a new path towards sustainable growth and development. I do firmly believe that in union, strong success is sure. We cannot fail. With God above, our rights will all over prevail. Thank you ever so much.
For the Lord Mayor, it gotta be even bigger, man. Let's put it together. As we continue with the program, let me make this short announcement. You know, our traditional leaders, chiefs and elders are an integral part of our history. They are the founders of our nation also. And so when they came a while ago, we had a special place prepared for them. It wasn't ready. So we're going to make sure that now that the place is ready, we can bring them over. Chief Zanzian Kawa and the core of traditional leaders, please bear with us. Before we go into the historical relevance and context of why we're here today, let me just say this. About 45 years ago, I attended a program in Plebo-Soniket District, Maryland County. It was the graduation ceremony for one of the senior high schools, and the keynote speaker was the city mayor at the time. That night, he told his wife that he wanted to wear a navy blue coat suit. So they put the speech in a navy blue coat suit. They told him to put in a navy blue coat suit. But in the night, navy blue and black are the same. So they put it in a black coat suit. Next morning, my man jumped, he decked up. Went to the program, introduced the city mayor, the man came up. As we are here today, so we came here today, this distinguished gathering here today, our one and only people here today, no speech. My people are big, I hear the choir be singing. Junior, I told you all last night to put my food. So when you come here for I call you, make sure you get your speech. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasing duty and honor to call on the podium one of Liberia's distinguished intellectuals and academicians from the University of Liberia, Dr. William Ezra Allen, who is a professor on history and he's the chairman of the subcommittee on history seconded to us by the University of Liberia, and he will give us the historical and
so Dr. Allen is making his way to the
Let me, and I begin. His Excellency Dr. George, officials here, members of the diplomatic corps, our distinguished guests, religious leaders, head of the National Traditional Council, fellow Liberians, ladies and gentlemen. Let me thank His Excellency President Weah for the decision to commemorate January 7, 1822, especially for doing this here on Providence Island. This piece of land represents a special place in Liberian history. As we know, it was here 200 years ago that a small group of free black Americans landed. Their journey had actually begun 2 years earlier when 86 of them departed the United States and traveled to Sherbrooke Island in Sierra Leone. Many died from unfamiliar diseases. The survivors lingered until 1822 when they arrived here. We are all familiar with their story of enslavement and discrimination from about the 1500s to the mid-1800s. An estimated 12 million Africans were captured and loaded on ships for the voyage across the Atlantic Ocean. Some were probably captured from these very shores. The 10 million that survived the dangerous crossing across the Atlantic before reaching North America, South America, Central America, and the Caribbean. When they arrived, they produced agricultural crops such as sugar, cotton, and tobacco under one of the most dehumanizing conditions. The free blacks that landed here were descendants of those enslaved Africans from the present United States. A small population had acquired their freedom. Some were born to mothers that had been freed. Others bought their freedom. Still, many more fled from the south and went to the north, where freedom from slavery was gradually being abolished. Though free, these free blacks still encounter discrimination. They came here in search of a home that would provide equality, and they established one. They established the Republic of Liberia, the first independent republic on the shores of Africa. So today, we proudly remember their sacrifice, their suffering, and their fortitude. As we recall this day, we are in essence remembering all of us, the Liberian people. We are descendants of all the people that came together here. 3 groups that were here in 1822 and 1 that came later. So our convergence here as a people began here. Providence Island represents that beginning. So I have chosen as my topic, Providence Island, Liberia's enduring legacy. The 4 groups are the free blacks from the United States, the indigenous people, the Congo people, and the Barbadian immigrants. All of them were here in 1822 or came shortly thereafter. I will therefore spend a little more time on the lesser known histories of the Congos and the Barbadians. So I begin, the indigenous people. The indigenous people comprise Liberia's 17 ethnic groups. According to the census of 2008, they added another indigenous group, the Sapo. So we went from 16 ethnic groups to 17 ethnic groups, according to the census of 2008. According to the mostly neglected archaeological studies, the indigenous people have been here for about 3,000 years. The evidence is based on artifacts or the old things that archaeologists found. They include tools made from rocks, fragments of pottery, we used to call them the country pot, as well as burned oil palm kernels. These were found in caves in Lofa and Nimba County. It was some of the indigenous people who have been here for over 3,000 years who ceded this land to the free blacks that the free blacks occupied in 1822. In short, when the free blacks arrived, they met the indigenous people. The indigenous people had occupied Dozo, the name of this island, long before it became Providence Island in 1822. The Congos. Who are the Congos? The Congos are known in the early records by several names, including recaptured Africans and recaptives. They were freed by American Navy from slave ships and resettled in Liberia. A number of recaptives landed here with the free blacks in 1822. In fact, one was killed in a battle in 1822 between the settlers and the indigenous people. The last group of recaptives arrived in the early 1860s. By then, they totaled 5,722. Although some recaptives came from the West Africa, the majority say they came from the kingdom of the Congo. So we began to call them here the Congo people. The story of Daniel is typical of the Congos. Daniel was a teenager and he was among 700 mostly young people that had been freed by the American Navy ship Yorktown in 1845 or 1846. The ship was called Pont. It had over 700 young people who were being taken to slavery in the New World. In the United States, well, the United States had abolished the slave trade. So taken to Brazil, taken to Central America, and taken to the Caribbean when they were liberated. They were distributed to prominent families of settlers and Christian missionaries. Whatever his previous name, the young boy was renamed Daniel Bacon by his guardian. And the name was in honor of a prominent American who Daniel probably never met. Though Daniel slowly adapted to his new home, Liberia, he learned English. But
Please bear with us, we're going through some LEC problems. Not real LEC, like we're expecting coming a lot.
All right, so the story of the young Daniel Bacon as an example of the Congos. So say Daniel learned English, he went to school, his guardian gave him the name Daniel Bacon, whatever his previous name was from the Congo. Daniel adopted well, but he missed his family deeply. So he cried many times for his large family, including his siblings. Roughly 15 years after his arrival here, probably in 1858, Daniel found his brother on Crown Hill. They hugged and cried with joy. His brother had also been rescued from a slave ship called the Echo. The Congos and their descendants blended well into the Liberian society. They founded many Congo towns in Liberia. The lesser known ones include Matadi, located west of Gene Springsfield Airport, Matadi Estate. According to the late J.C.N. Howard Sr., a descendant of Congos, Matadi was founded shortly after 1861 by a Congo man named Matadi. Pinsville is also another Congo town. It was established around 1864 or 1865 and named after Gene Springs Payne, who supported the settlement and became president. The Congos and the recaptives even bonded closer with the descendants of the Black Americans. Both groups are popularly known as the Congos. The Barbadian immigrants. 346 Barbadian immigrants arrived here in 1865. They, like the free blacks from the United States, were descendants of Africans enslaved in Barbados. Even though they were freed by the British in the 1830s, the Barbadians also faced racial discrimination. Their joining here began when newly elected President Joseph Jenkins Roberts visited Barbados in 1848. He met a group of Barbadians who expressed their desire to immigrate to Liberia, telling President Roberts, and I quote, "We have received information of the establishment of your independence. Another demonstration to the world that the descendants of Africans are not inferior in civilization." Quotation close. It was this ideal of an independent Black republic that inspired the Barbadians to come here to the promised land, Liberia, in 1865. I will tell you a story about a Barbadian family I found in the archives. The story of the Barbadian family gave us an idea of how desirous they were to immigrate. A Mr. Tate, T-A-I-T, and his family of 9 apparently decided to leave Barbados a month earlier than the rest. They used all the funds on the trip and arrived in Sierra Leone with only $40. Mr. Tate then used what was left, his last dollars, to rent a boat for their journey to Liberia. This was in April 1865. The rainy season, and the boat had no cover.
Stop them walking behind it.
So still can see the broadcast. This is the Liberian News Agency for you. We are here directly with Tiger Allen, who is giving the historical perspective about Liberia. That is how people migrated to Liberia. You listened to him earlier on. The main four group of people: the indigenous, the free black settlers that came from America, those that were rescued on sea by the American Navy ship, that is the Congo and the Barbados. According to him, these are the four group of people that are currently in Liberia, and he is emphasizing on the world.
All right.
New one.
Thank you.
The Barbados and Congo.
So
thank you for
we said Mr. Tate rented a boat with his last dollar, and it was in April 1865, the rainy season, and the boat had no cover. So, in quotation, for 9 days and nights, the family endured the harsh weather. They landed in the promised land, Liberia, wet, weary, and hungry. According to the archives, the legislature gave Mr. Tate $100 and 50 acres of land. Mr. Tate and his fellow Barbadians who blend within the Liberian society, although more closely with the free blacks and the Congos. These four groups, the various indigenous people, the Black Americans, the Congos, and the Barbadians, have forged a common Liberian identity. However, that identity was fragile. It splintered in 1980 and during 14 intermittent years of civil war. Our presence here today is to commemorate the return of the free blacks who founded this republic under very difficult conditions. As we observe this bicentennial, we must also recall the other groups I mentioned that were here in 1822 or came later. Over the last 200 years, they have converged to form a Liberian identity amidst cooperation and division. Today, we remember the origins of our common Liberian identity, represented by Providence Island, the enduring legacy. It is my hope that as we commemorate this bicentennial throughout this year, more concrete examples of our national unity will be manifested. Thank you, and congratulations to Liberia on its bicentennial.
Thank you. Let's give Dr. Ali a big hand clap. That was a snapshot of our rich, enviable, and historical cultural heritage. Liberia, we have something to be proud about. We must always walk with our heads high. A union strong, a lone star forever. Olombe flowed over land and over sea, deserted no never, uphold it forever. At this time, while we awaited cultural ambassador, the cultural display, and the 1822 arrival from the Liberia Crusader for Peace and the Liberia Movie Union, headed by Cultural Ambassador Judy Andy, let us pause for a moment and look around us and see the great view of Providence Island. This land, this patch of land, signifies the beginning of 200 years of a long journey. Sometimes bitter, but many times sweet. And we must remember the good old days as always relishing that in union strong, success is sure. Ambassador Andy and the cultural display, are you ready? Okay, let's put our hands together.
His Excellency Dr. George Manewia, my president, the ambassador of the U.S. Embassy here, credited to Monrovia. I'm recognizing my president because he represents Liberia, and I'm recognizing the ambassador because he represents the United States here, and other protocols respectfully observed. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are going to bring on stage today the beauty, the arts, and the richness of Liberian culture and heritage. We're going to bring talents from Liberia, from the west, the east, the north, and the south. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the movie Union.
So that was the voice of the cultural ambassador of Liberia, that's Judy Andy.
So long time ago, far, far away from the shores of Virginia, they came sailing on the oceans, fighting against the ocean wave and against the creature of the earth, struggling for days and nights, longing for a place to belong, longing for a place to be free, a place that they could feel welcome, a place they will call home for themselves. And yes, at the west coast of Africa, there lies the Doswa land, a land so beautiful, a land that is fertile, a land full of green pastures, a land whose beauty is beyond their imagination. But as the Caucasians along with the Negroes arrive with their ships, fear strikes in the hearts and minds of the indigenous, of the sons, the mothers, the fathers and daughters of that land. Who could blame them? They have lived in peace and harmony for so long, but yet frightened at the sight of these people in their ships. Will they be accepted? Ladies and
let's follow the play there to show you exactly how the settlers arrived and what was the response from the
Who people?
Hey, no one. Let people come. They can kill it themselves. No killing. Hey, you go. 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 3 teams talking. Go. Go now. Go. Go. Oh, get up. Oh, get out of man. Akoni. Tabata. Sweet Lord. People come. Sweet people come. We see people. We talk. Eh? No party. I say come that. Coming for to carry me home. Sweet
Sweet chariot coming for to carry me home. Sweet Lord, sweet chariot coming for to carry me. Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet Lord.
Now me both home. Now me both home. You mean I get what you doing with it? They give me the both home. Now they give me. Now they both home. They give me. But when you mean I get what you doing with it?
This place
What you doing with it? So they give me.
on the Provident Island.
What happened? No fighting! No fighting! You will come our land. Our brother. The Beja.
You mean I get that? What you party, boo? How much you want to get?
No. No. You need me need Chief Zolo Duma. Love you, your name.
This is Chief Long Peter. What is your name?
Alright, Captain Robert Structure. Yeah.
Huh?
Our name is Robert Stockton.
Robert Stockton.
Robert Stockton.
You name me Zolo Duma. Long Peter, you name. Eli Alice. You, chief, big chief, what you want? You can't take we people back? You can't take we?
No, actually, we have come for the land that we actually requested.
Land?
Yes.
This land?
Yes.
Brother?
Yes.
We don't want land. You don't take this land. Go back. Apostle. This land, we don't get land. This land, for us, all over the place. See this land? Our land. Those who are land. Our land. We don't want.
Listen to us. You're the same people that saw us. We were beaten. We were used as slaves. Okay? This is our home. This is where we belong. We were dead. We were dead. You have a reason. Reason for us. Kara wani makimu, wani magajeta, wani gajemio, wani gajemonde, wani aje.
Actually, even the people crap blood, man, I get a little.
Hey.
I don't know what you want us to tell you anymore. You sold us to slavery. You were dead.
Karabe Pewani.
Our sisters and mothers were raped. Our brothers suffered. And yet you don't want us back. You are telling us that we are not welcome home anymore. We died of malaria and yellow fever on the Shepherd Island. What else do you want? What do you want us to do?
Why can't you people understand us? Why can't you people just understand us for one thing. I was raped. I was abandoned. I was flogged. I was heavy. My integrity was taken away from me as a baby. Why? Look at me. All my suffering I went through in the years of the slave trades. See my daughter. Why?
You need one? Man, I was barony. When you are ready, you will be able to born in your book. And you want to be free. We want to be free.
You not see how they get crying? They won't get for them. They won't get for them. Now you and they want
to be free.
Now for them, you.
Want to be free like you.
And you. They just got me home. They just got. Saw them, mama. Saw them. I'm beating your name. Back off. Hey, yeah.
We people talk. Nyepona ajena. Abonyendwe. Anu bangu. Papa polebo. Speaking. Brother, I'm the black people. You, we take you. We want you brothers.
The chief said, you people, welcome here. We gave you land and you stay. All of us, one people.
Me, brother, go. Me, brother, go. Fernando Po. Me not see brother. Me, wife, go. Me not see wife. Me, oh. Don't you? You bring my brother. Rabba, Stockton, you bring my brother. You bring me brother. I don't see me brother. We take you. We want.
All right. Thank you so much, Kay, and I'm here. I brought a smoked fish.
Fish?
Yes. And I brought tobacco.
Tobacco.
And I brought a cigar. And this is the wine. This is the wine. And this is the tobacco.
Me taste wine.
Now, Kada, Devinanga, Omo, Dewa, Wanya, Popana Yaji.
Wine, strong wine, take. Now, I just said, get out. Get out, come on, get out.
What is this?
Tobacco. Thank you. You welcome. We, and then you wanna, but the brother,
the chief says, you can have this land. You are welcome. We are all one.
All right. Thank you so much. But there is something else.
Yeah.
I will like you to sign on this paper. All right? Yeah.
Sign.
Yes.
C'est ça, c'est clair. You sign. Sign.
Put there, any true yagon.
You, sign. Sign, peace, one people. Myself. Get down. Get out of here. Thank you. Peace. One people. Thank you. Come. You, me, chief. Me marry you. Me got 5 women. You then 6 women, huh? Chief O, Chief Strong. Terra. Yesua. We play. We go. We make party.
And that of the native people made peace, where they were given a piece of land to settle down in 1822.
Yakunuba, hey, Yakunuba, Bicentennial. You say what?
Performance here.
Liberia people need you,
testing their instruments and different sounds right here.
If you have never been to Liberia before, these are the traditional instruments of our Liberian culture. These various instruments represent a call and answer. You have the sasa, the samba, the kele, call back and answer. Ladies and gentlemen, the Liberian dance assemble.
Oh, we are
Your Excellency, Dr. George Manewia, permit us to explain our traditional dances to the audience that are visiting Liberia for the first time. This is the Bicentennial dancer, all the way from Grand Cape Mount County. This is the Madingo Dance, and they are celebrating the birth of a child all the way from Lofa County. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together like we are moving. From the southeast. And this is from Grand Cheetah County, the proud female dancers. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together from the dancers of Bone County.
No sick. Liberia's culture ambassador. A hard-working ambassador. No shaking, mama. After many days of hard work. Yes.
Hey! Bicentennial dancers! Now bicycle! The peace dance.
No shaking. Yeah. Put your hands together, man. No, you can do more than that. You can do more than that. Yeah. I really enjoy the display. But the real partner is the too. You really go to? Go to get joker. You want to call joker? Go to learn this. But so much to celebrate about our country and its rich cultural heritage. You saw the display here today, the display of unity, reconciliation, peace. And that's why we are assembled here today, celebrating 200 years of our coming together in union strong. The Lone Star! The Lone Star! The Lone Star! When I said the Lone Star, you say stronger together. The Lone Star! The Lone Star! You know, our country history cannot be written if it is not mentioned about one of the greatest countries in the world, the United States of America. We are intrinsically linked to the United States of America. There is no way you can talk about Liberia and not talk about the United States. You cannot talk about the United States and not talk about Liberia. It is against this backdrop that I have the distinguished pleasure and honor to call upon His Excellency Michael A. McCarthy, Ambassador to the United States of America, accredited here in Liberia. Ambassador McCarthy.
The Ambassador of America, accredited Michael McCarthy, is very important to make a statement here.
Where I see the Ambassador coming, you get a speech?
Well, if I go bring a speech,
May do it.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Minister Rennie. Could we give another round of applause to Cultural Ambassador Julie Andy and the Liberia Crusaders for Peace and Liberia Movie Union. Thank you for that performance. Your Excellency, President Weah, Speaker of the House, President Pro Tem, other members of the legislature, members of the judiciary, traditional elders, religious leaders, my colleagues in the diplomatic corps, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I would like to begin by expressing how much of an honor it is to be standing here on Providence Island exactly 200 years after the first wave of free Black Americans arrived at this hallowed location. There have been so many incredible individuals over the last 200 years who built the relationship between the United States and Liberia. I am humbled to be the one to mark this historic day on behalf of my country. We should pause to remember all those who made sacrifices, whether newcomers to this land or indigenous people. We should also acknowledge that this is a nation of people drawn from many roots. And we should celebrate the fact that one of Liberia's treasures is its tremendous diversity. I arrived in Liberia 1 year ago yesterday. And what an incredible year it has been. And that's despite our ongoing efforts to stop the spread of and protect all people from COVID-19. Our shoulder-to-shoulder efforts with the Ministry of Health and so many others has led to the vaccination of more than 1 million Liberians. Yay. That's something to celebrate. But it is not a number to be satisfied with. It's essential to create a safe environment for members of the Liberian diaspora and other visitors who are expected to visit during this momentous year. We all want this pandemic to be over. Let's continue to ramp up our joint efforts. And looking beyond 2022, we can work together to make Liberia more attractive to visitors and investors. There is such a compelling story to tell. One that we should not forget is rooted in Liberia's unique journey as a democracy. We like to say that democracies, by their nature, are a constant work in progress. In 1822, the American democracy, while ambitious, was not yet a fair society. Slavery would not be abolished for another 4 decades. And free Black Americans, while nominally citizens, did not yet enjoy the civil rights they were promised under our Constitution. So it should not be a surprise that in 1820, 86 free Black Americans chose to board a ship sailing for a new life in West Africa. To To think that 200 years ago today, some of that original group, along with others that followed in their footsteps, established a settlement right here on Dozo Island. Consider the bravery and hope of those individuals, men, women, children, to embark on something as ambitious as creating a new country. It is inspiring, to say the least. But also remember the challenging circumstances that led to such a leap of faith. As we commemorate this anniversary, we believe that it is important to have a robust scholarly debate about the historical decisions and actions taken by our ancestors, so as to inform future generations and bring about a mutual understanding of what happened and, importantly, why it happened. We must live this history and we must learn from it. 200 years later, America is not perfect, still not perfect, but it is undoubtedly better, fairer, and our place in the world due to its resilience and adaptability. We have generations of ambitious and brave and hopeful Americans to thank for it. Liberia, like the United States, like every country, has both a difficult past and many generations of citizens who tried to correct those previous wrongs, creating what we believe is a better nation today. Not every country, however, has a physical space as emblematic of its history as Providence Island. Paraphrasing Dr. Williams, I quote him as he says, "Providence Island epitomizes not only a pivotal moment of Black nation building and sovereignty, but a critical space of conflict and cooperation between indigenous Liberians and peoples of African descent, previously separated by ocean for many generations." All of that on 11 acres of land. Look around. Take a moment and consider the 200-year experience between those who were already here in this territory. The Bele, the Basa, the Mano, the Gio, the Kru, the Grebo, the Kran, the Vai, the Gola, the Mandingo, the Mende, the Kissi, the Bandi, the Loma, the Sapo, the Day, and the Bele, including people of multiple faiths. The contrast between them and those that came here, the Americans and the Barbadians, and their descendants. As this bicentennial commemoration of the joining of these peoples, of our peoples, kicks off, there's so much to be proud of, just as there's so much to continue to improve upon. We represent two of the oldest continuous republics in the history of the world. And we, all of us together, share a unique history paired with common democratic values. And here I'm going to begin to sound a little bit like the Speaker of the House Chambers. The first president of Liberia, President J.J. Roberts, was born in Norfolk, Virginia, the son of two free Americans who moved to Monrovia at the age of 20. The second president, Stephen Allen Benson, was born in Cambridge, Maryland, the son of free-born African-American parents. He arrived soon after the first settlement was established in 1822 when he was only 8 years old. Presidents Daniel Warner and Garrison Gibson were also from Maryland. Presidents James Sprigg Payne and Anthony Gardner were also from Virginia. Presidents Alfred Russell and William Coleman were from Kentucky. President Edward Roy was born in Ohio, and President James Smith was from South Carolina. Our shared history is literally written into the geography. From Monrovia to Maryland County to cities in between, such as Buchanan, named after the cousin of U.S. President James Buchanan, Greenville, named for a Mississippi Delta planter, and Harper, named after a U.S. Senator. Bushrod Island is named after the favorite nephew of George Washington. Today, our collective goal is the same as it was 200 years ago: a prosperous and self-reliant Liberia. And we know that the path to that ambition is through a commitment to democracy that ensures every voice is heard, a commitment to rule of law that supports freedom and investment, and a commitment to the Liberian people themselves, their health, education, and other needs. Just weeks ago, our two presidents joined with other Democratic leaders to demonstrate this commitment for the first installment of the Summit of Democracy. Both President Biden and President Weah pledged to a series of interventions in each of our respective countries to defend against authoritarianism, address and fight corruption, and promote respect for human rights. A year from now, we will gather again to review those initiatives. Here in Liberia, the United States government is 1 year into a long-term collaboration with the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs, and Tourism, the World Monument Fund, and the Universities of Virginia and Liberia on ways to preserve and reuse this island for future generations. And extending beyond this island, Providence Island, I urge you all to consider establishing a historic corridor consisting of the Palm Grove Cemetery, President Roberts' Executive Mansion, and other preserved government buildings on Ashman Street, and the historical churches, and allocating the resources for preservation, beautification, and identification of these landmarks and the neighborhoods that connect them. This area has the potential to attract visitors from across the globe and spark a boom in the tourism economy. Most importantly, it ensures that the next generation of Liberians are well-informed and proud of our one-of-a-kind shared history. In closing, I would like to quote Liberian author Cyrus L. Gray, Jr., who wrote 3 years ago, "Although Liberia today is not the same as Liberia in 1847, the love of liberty brought us here is still a fitting synopsis of the purpose of Liberia if we establish some context. Liberia still clings to its name, paraphrased as the land of the free, without reservation from any sector of society. Us in the maxim denotes the collective estate of all blacks. And here represents the black nation, in contrast to a place. By this definition, the love of liberty brought all black people under the umbrella of the first African nation state in an era of Western domination. Our preservation initiatives and our joint year of action to renew our democracies is a worthy tribute to recognizing the ambitions of our forefathers and foremothers, each of whom envisioned a republic based on the inherent power of its people. These commitments celebrate all we are going to achieve in the next 200 years, while recognizing both the dreams as well as the sacrifices and missteps of the last 200 years. Thank you once again for the opportunity to speak before you on this historic day. Together, we have a lot to be proud of as we prepare the next generations for their turn to lead our great countries. Thank you very much.
Another round of applause. Thank you, His Excellency Ambassador McCarthy, for the sumptuous food of thought for us, both of us, Liberia and the United States, as we journey together in commemorating 200 years of our common interests. Let me also inform you that Her Excellency, the former President of the Republic of Liberia, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, will not be here today. She sends her message that she's bereaved. She lost her son, and she's mourning that. So we join her in this national effort to say heartfelt condolences to her and her family. That said, we move on. As you can see in your program, the performance of the official Bicentennial song. As we wait for the musicians to come up or to begin to tune the instruments, let me say I got a text message from one of my picking around here. He said, but the ambassador was calling all the different tribes. I hear my tribe. I said, well, where on a tribe? He said, Bele. I said, but the man said Bele. He said, no, that is Siri. Bele. He said, oh, that my tribe or that different tribe? So, Mr. Ambassador, I spoke on your behalf. You did call your tribe. So the ambassador said, Bele. But actually, you heard Bele. Y'all ready? Today, come on there. Y'all ready? The Lone Star forever, the Lone Star forever. O long may it float over land and over sea. Deserted nor never, uphold it forever. Shout for the Lone Star banner. All year. Yes, who can tell me that when Lone Star playing SKD, your heart can be there? I don't care how you vex. Where the poker play, man? So I said, Lone Star's going to jump up. Oh, Lone Star. When they beat it, they say, look at there. Every day that they were. You ready?
His Excellency,
He's not here, my friend. When you leave it there,
Dr. George Manawia. We have a total number of 52 artists, but we're not going to do that song today. We will do, in Liberian style, Lingua Franca, which is colloquia. And the 52 will be performed in February. The various vernaculars of Liberia and the standard English. But today we will do the colloquia. Liberia, the land of return, freedom, Pan-African leadership. Bicentennial, oh yeah!
This year I am coming back here. This year I am coming back here. This year I am coming back here. Don't stop. I said, my people, you are welcome. African, you are welcome. Liberian, you are welcome. Everybody, you are welcome. Oh, you are welcome. Liberian people, do not worry. It is okay, Liberia, our country. The best thing for all of us, let's share love, care for LIB, develop the land, the Lone Star forever. Oh yeah. Liberia is your home, in your strong, success is sure. We will surely prevail. Liberia, amen. Liberia, amen.
Let's do it, Liberia way. Only Chico for a day. I'm gonna change a song right now. Mr. President, if not Maggie, we will not be here today. And January 1st, I slept right here. I fought the guys, I killed the guys, I rocked it back. Sometimes when people do good, because they don't have a title, we don't say thank you. But because the place is crowded, Your Excellency, there were market women that clean this place. Market women. People from Negro Town, Slipway, West Point, GSA, MCC, Ministry of Gender. But permit me in my song, hey Mr. President, to call two persons. I know that title. Rufus, 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 Rufus. Come here. He was here with us. I want to say the Minister of Information, I don't know why he became MC today. We wanted to pour it on our back. Leggy, 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 leggy. Yes. The person that will come, I say financial. The person that will come say, everything okay? You're doing okay? Abdul, 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 Abdul. Thank you. Minister Tua, I'm your guest on Monday. We want to thank you. I'm telling you, this place, GSA, MCC, Ministry of Gender, the Musicians Union, Movie Union,
Cultural Union, Crusaders for Peace, the National Council of Chiefs and Elders, Masita Kane, people see. Chief Sansan representative. Thank you. The Council of Churches, the Traditional Council, the Muslim Council, I love you all. The American people, you know me, I know you. And everybody else here. Music.
This year you're coming back, yeah. This year you're coming back, yeah. This year you're coming back, yeah. No stop. I say, my people, you are welcome. African, you are welcome. Liberian, you are welcome. Everybody, you are welcome.
For an African big people, my people. Yeah. I get that. I'm missing it by the power. That means, you know what I said? We bring hope to our people. European is the French country in Africa to even stand up. That video on top of the audio recording, but you go, yeah, I get it, I'm missing it by him and power.
This year I'm coming back here. This year I'm coming back here. This year I'm coming back here. The Lord stop. I said, my people, you are welcome. Liberian, you are welcome. Everybody, you are welcome. You are welcome.
Sweet home, Liberia home. Hey, I love my country. I love my people. Hey, the plenty go go till Liberia have in your country. Yeah. Never wanna miss it, you always wanna have it, yeah. We get gold, we get diamond, we get timber, we get rubber, we get iron ore, I said we get iron ore. Come and see a cola cola, come and see a cola cola,
We open our arms, African Americans, and all our people in all our countries. We say you are welcome. Home sweet home. Home sweet home.
They give ya and met their brothers and sisters, yeah. Baratan and the picking families for 200 years. I say we celebrating. My people, we jubilating. Your come home, we celebrating. Liberians, we jubilating.
This year you're coming back here. This year you're coming back here. This year you're coming back here. The Lord stop. I say, my people, you are welcome. Liberians, you are welcome. African, you are welcome.
This part of this song will be done by Princess Tokolon and Deputy Minister of Lands, and it goes like this. Lands and Princess. Princess Tokolon is the Assistant Minister for Tourism, and Lands is the Deputy Minister for Culture.
You will see
culture, USC tourism, history, development. USC culture, USC history, USC tourism, USC development, USC, investment. USC Kolo, chicken the bro for them. Thank you, I just wanted to say thank you to Princess and Lance. Thank you so much, the Minister of Internal Affairs, Honorable Natana Bagay, the legend. Thank you, God bless.
Thank you, thank you. That song has to go to studio. That song has to go to studio. The Bicentennial, as chairman of the National Steering Committee, we got to rally the funds to make sure that song goes to studio and go far and wide. We got to play it in the diaspora, at home here also. Every day the radio stations have to play this song because it rekindles national unity, reconciliation, peace, and oneness. On this note, I turn over to the protocol of the Foreign Ministry.
Mr. Speaker and members of the National Legislature, Mr. Chief Justice and Associate Justices present, members of the Cabinet, the Doyen and members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, international organizations, our invited guests and partners, heads of autonomous agencies, business houses, higher institutions of learning, our prelates, our traditional leaders, students, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor and pleasing duty to call to the podium for the message on unity and reconciliation His Excellency Dr. George Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia. Mr. President, the podium.
Thank you. Thank you. Before address those distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I sometimes wonder why excite you. If you are not excited today, I don't know when you'll be excited. We saw a display of how our people came together. Okay. And I want to congratulate the young Liberians that put the great act together for you to see. Emotional act. I will even cry in my seat. And you all sat there. You sat there and just to clap for them. We heard the clapping, maybe 15%. Ready? Stand up. This is 2022 to appreciate people when they do something for you. I am especially asking you to give them standing ovation for 1 minute. Standing ovation. Clap, 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 clap. Clap, clap. 1 minute, I'm checking. Bienvenue d'abord. Les gens, ils sont là. Clap, clap, clap. I said, now you're clapping. I know you're in the clapping. Your clapping is full. Your clapping is full. Your clapping is full. Well, thank you very much. You may have your seats. This is how we appreciate people. Ambassador McCarthy, I hope I did not violate your human rights. Honorable Speaker Beaufort Chambers, members of the 54th Legislature here present, the Chief Justice and Associate Justices of the Supreme Court of Liberia, the members of the Judiciary, the Dean and members of the Cabinet, the Chief of Staff and gallant men and women of the Armed Forces of Liberia, and other members of the security apparatus, other officials of government here present, the Don and members of the Diplomatic Consular Corps, the Special Representative of the United Nations Secretary General, the heads of international organizations, heads of political parties and civil society organizations, presidents and chairpersons of youth and student groups,